Hi, I'm Keith Tollison, Lone Star High School principal, and this is State of the Nation, your weekly news for Lone Star High School. Today is Monday, August 10th, 2026, and this is our deluxe first days of school edition of State of the Nation, where I'll go over some of the more important bits of information to help everyone know what to expect in the first days of school this week. By no means is this video intended to replace taking time to get to our campus website to review the resources there, or reading the FISD Student Handbook or the LSHS Handbook Addendum, but it will give you a decent overview of some of our basic campus procedures and help all of our students have a successful start to the school year. And also keep in mind that while some of the information is common knowledge to the Lone Star pros out there, I still want to be sure to cover some basics for our 9th graders and new students along the way. And with all episodes of State of the Nation, if you'd rather just read a summary of what we go over in the video, check out the bullet point summary in our newsletter. Here we go. At this time, schedules should be available to view in Home Access Center for all students who do not have any holds for missing proofs of residency, online registration, or missing school items. If you have a hold, please work to get that fixed as soon as possible. Please note that our counselors are still continuing to work through schedule changes, balancing classes, and correcting scheduling errors. So make sure to check your schedule one last time on Tuesday. And pay particular attention to whether you have a class at the CTE Center. And check out the CTE Center shuttle bus schedule by going to the Frisco ISD transportation page to know what time your shuttle to the CTE Center leaves from Lone Star High School. And looking at your schedule, if you see an error, like having the same class on your schedule twice, or not having a complete schedule, email your counselor before the first day of school. Now, when you get to school on Wednesday, all students are going to need to pick up a new paper schedule. This will be your ticket to first period. Once again, even though you can see your schedule in Hack, we're going to be distributing paper schedules to all students for the first day of school. You have to have that schedule to get into your first period class. We'll have signs up all over school to direct you on where to go to pick up your schedule, and there will be lots of friendly Lone Star staff to help out to make that an easy process. Lone Star follows an A-B block schedule consisting of 4 90-minute class periods. This means that each A day, a student will have 4 classes and then have 4 different classes on B day, unless of course they have a class that's double blocked, which is the case for many of our extracurricular programs. Classes start at 9 a.m., but the building is open for students starting at 8 a.m. each day. There are a couple noteworthy aspects to this schedule. Number 1, we have a daily advisory period that takes place after second period. This time of day has roundup, tutorials, and pep rallies throughout the year. Secondly, lunches are divided into 4 blocks within third period. This means that a student may report to third period, then report to lunch at their assigned time, and then return to class for the remainder of third period after lunch. Students will find out their lunch periods when they report to third period on the first and second days of school. Lone Star has multiple lunch lines to make sure that all of our students get their food and have enough time to eat during their lunch periods. Lunch account information can be found on the Frisco ISD website and using the School Cafe app in the App Store. Each Monday, our students report to our weekly advisory period that we call Roundup. Roundup groups consist of about 12 to 15 students from the same grade level who meet with a staff member as part of our campus commitments to building strong, positive relationships and character. Students stay in the same Roundup group for all 4 years of high school at Lone Star, and for 9th graders, upperclassmen who are a part of our Legacy Leader program serve as peer mentors in Roundup groups, providing a student perspective and student leadership alongside our staff members for our younger students. On the other 4 days per week, students use advisory period to attend tutorials. Students can go to a class tutorial of their choice or go to one of our school's supervised common areas, but they are required to attend a tutorial if they're assigned by a teacher. When a student is assigned to a mandatory tutorial session, both the student and the parent receive an email explaining that requirement. Our tutorials begin on August 25th this year, and more information will be available at that time. Lone Star is a closed campus during the school day, which means that students are expected to stay on campus at all times, including advisory period and lunch, unless they have a class at another campus like the CTE Center or are headed home for a class on Frisco Flex. And deliveries of food and other items for students, including those delivered by parents, are also prohibited. Our office is not set up to take item deliveries for students. So let's talk about parking and school traffic. Attached to this newsletter is a parking map for LSHS. It's very important to know that drop-off and pickup lines at Lone Star can be long, especially at the beginning of the school year, so plan accordingly. To help with that, please use all available pickup and drop-off lanes at the front of the school. And if you're able to, have your student walk or ride a bike or at least carpool to and from school to assist with traffic flow. We're often not able to have police direct traffic, although we will have a few staff members to assist, so it's important to be patient, courteous, and mindful of the traffic flow around the school. For student drivers, parking at Lone Star requires a student parking permit, which can be ordered on our website and paid for in online school fees. We've got links to that in our newsletter. Just know we're not going to be enforcing our parking stickers in the first week of school, so that everyone has time to get theirs, and the ordering form must be completed using the student's Google account. Parents, you won't be able to fill this one out for your student. They've got to be the ones to do it, but it's an easy process. Students are also required to park in designated student parking areas. Our staff parking all now has Lone Star logos painted on them, so students, if you see this logo, don't park in that spot. Last week you heard me talk about HB 1481, which bans students' personal technology during the school day. Let's review. Students, you are not allowed to have personal technology in use during the school hours of 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. All non-school issued phones, smartwatches, Bluetooth headphones, laptops, tablets, or any other thing students can use for electronic communications need to be turned off and put away in a backpack if they're even brought to campus in the first place. It's okay to leave them at home. Otherwise, they can't be used during class, passing periods, advisory period, or lunch. For those of you with early release or late arrival periods, the policy is in place anytime you're on campus during those periods. If the devices are seen, heard, or otherwise in use, staff members are required to confiscate them. Let's talk about what happens when the device gets confiscated. For the first offense, the student can collect the device from our office at the end of the school day, and a parent will be notified. On the second offense, a parent will need to come to the office to pick up the device during school hours, and the student will be issued a Saturday school. Subsequent offenses will lead to escalating consequences, as well as the device being held by the office for multiple days, and additional consequences will be assessed for students not complying with staff members trying to enforce this state law. For a more detailed explanation of this policy, please see the FISD Student Code of Conduct and the FISD Handbook, both available now on the Frisco ISD website. Since they can't use their personal technology, all students use our school-issued Chromebooks. For students who don't have an FISD Chromebook yet, we'll be distributing those during lunches in the first week of school. For everyone who has their Chromebook already, now is the time to get your Chromebook out of the closet, locate the charging cord, charge it up, and make sure that everything is working well on your Chromebook before the first day of school. If your Chromebook needs repairs, you can submit a device repair request by clicking the tile in the student portal. We love parent involvement at Lone Star, and a great way for you to stay connected is through our PTSA. The QR code on this slide will take you to the LSHS PTSA website, where you can join the PTSA for this year and learn more about how you can support Lone Star. It's a great week at Lone Star. Here's where you can see your Rangers in action. On Monday, varsity tennis plays at Liberty High School here in Frisco. On Tuesday, varsity tennis is at Frisco High School, and volleyball plays at Melissa. On Thursday, varsity volleyball begins the Garland Tournament. On Friday, cross country is at the Rock Hill Open at Frontier Park in Prosper, and varsity volleyball continues at the Garland Tournament. Finally, on Saturday, volleyball concludes at the Garland Tournament. A couple of other important dates to know about. August 20th is School Picture Day here at Lone Star. Expect an email soon with ordering information on that. And August 24th is Meet the Teacher Night here at Lone Star at 6 p.m. We'll also be holding a senior parent meeting that night at 5:30 in our auditorium as well. We hope to see you there. Ranger Nation, we are so excited to welcome our students back for another epic year at Lone Star. This one was longer than most of our episodes of State of the Nation, but I hope the information in this video has been helpful. If you have any questions, you can always contact us at lshs@friscoisd.org, or feel free to reach out to your child's assistant principal or counselor. In the meantime, have a great day, and we'll see you at school on Wednesday, Rangers.